Hello everybody, this is Gold League Gamer 1 and Dyne, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI.
It's time to face off against a series of final bosses. And to start off with, beat me up, Scotty! I've always wanted to quote that one.
In case you're wondering why you see different party members on the screen, it's because off camera I actually went through this dungeon again, but with different teams.
And it is time for the final confrontation. Everyone lines up in an orderly formation. The two characters who did not join you will be here later. Behold the power of my 4 floating coins! I'm magic! Welcome, friends! Finally, I have dialogue again! Behold the power of 3D! Ooh! Impressive effects from Super NES. I knew you'd make it here, so I prepared some suitable entertainment for you!
How long are you going to let the destruction continue?
I tapped into the ultimate power! Observe! Such magnificent power! You're like insects to me! I will exterminate everyone and everything! I throw people around like ragdolls, even!
People will keep rebuilding the things you take from them.
Then I'll destroy those too! Why do people rebuild things they know are going to be destroyed? Why do people cling to life when they know they can't live forever? Think of how meaningless each of your lives is!
It's not the net result of one's life that's important. It's the day-to-day concerns, the personal victories, and the celebrations of life and love.
Meanwhile, my pyramid has gone red! Or is that purple? It's kind of hard to tell on this card.
If people are able to experience the joy that each day can bring.
And have you found your joy in this nearly dead world of ours? Well, that's kind of my responsibility for doing that, but oh, it felt so good. And now I've got green! It's not easy being green. I'm not going to even attempt to do Kermit the Frog using Kefka's voice here.
I know what love is, and I have learned to celebrate life and the living. My family lives on inside of me. It is my dream to build a kingdom in which I can guarantee freedom and dignity. I have come to experience anew the love of my brother.
That's dirty, you know
I've met someone who can accept me for who I am. I have a special little granddaughter. And I have a brave grandpa who will stand by me through it all. I have my friends here. You have my friends, me, ooh wow, all of you.
That's also dirty! I'm thinking now. This is sickening! You sound like chapters from a self-help booklet! Prepare yourselves! Now for my next trick, I'll make all of you disappear!
Kefka, you don't know what you're doing. Stop!
Behold the light of judgment in all its glory! And you all went out of formation! I command the greatest power in the universe! You are helpless before me! I can even make rocks fall behind me! This isn't a Castlevania castle. And no, I'm not compensating for something right here. Thank you very much. I will destroy everything. I'll create a monument to non-existence. People will remember me as the person who destroyed the world. But then again, there won't be any historians. Oh well.
Life will go on. There will always be people and dreams.
You didn't say the magic word. No, I'll hunt them down. I'll destroy it all. Destroy! Destroy! Destroy!
We will not allow you to harm another living thing.
But what fun is destruction if no precious lives are lost? Fire 2! Technically that doesn't even hit anything, because as you'll see in the ending, nothing changed. Oh, spoiler alert, go me. I'm back to blue again. That's always my favorite color.
Kefka. Okay, well, and now comes the part where we assemble the order.
Yep, you can have, even though you select all 12 party members, you only have 4 fighting at a time, and they will only switch if one character is KO'd between phases. This battle is 4 phases long. It starts off fairly challenging. The second one is pretty hard. The third one's probably the easiest, and the fourth one, if you're well equipped, you can take it out in one attack.
And also, spoiler alert, to make sure this didn't end up being a 1-hour video, I had to cut out failed attempts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a few.
Yeah, you won't even see the first failed attempt this time.
If you aren't fully prepared, this can be pretty difficult. It starts off with reverse polarity, switches rows, and after all that trouble, I went to get Realm in the back row. At least 2 main magic users, and my voice is cracking. I did too much Kefka.
Well, yeah, and also 2 strong attackers too.
Yep, and my recommendations: cast haste 2, so everyone is on haste, and life 3 on everybody. And have
I didn't think of using life 3 on everybody because it'll register every time someone gets a death, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And another thing to do is just have someone cast Cure 3 every round.
Yeah, at one point I thought, like during one of my fail attempts, I thought life 3 didn't register after using it.
Well, I think it's susceptible to Dispel. So if someone casts Dispel, it'll remove the life 3 status.
Okay.
Yeah, the tricky thing here is, of course, since he casts Reverse Polarity, Edgar and Sabin's regular attacks are half damage, and of course...
I was wondering what this spell does. It actually cancels out magic attacks?
It'll cancel out status buffs and such, so haste and life 3 and other things. Yeah, this first phase has 3 segments. It's actually a good thing to try and use Edgar's auto crossbow and Sabin's Windblade, if you can pull those off.
Right, so the spell, that kind of works like Shredder in Mario RPG.
Yep.
Because that one cancels out crystallines and power blasts.
Yep, and in terms of healing, have your healer always heal everybody. Whoever has the gem box, load them up with Black Magic, Ultima, Meteor, have them cast those. Because basically, you're going all out on this fight, no reason to hold back.
Alright.
And whenever possible, use non-elemental attacks. So this first phase is kind of like Poltergeist. It's not the one everyone remembers. It's just there.
Alright. This phase is like seems pretty easy, provided that you're leveled up enough.
Yep. And again, Cure 3 on everybody. Want to stay at full HP at all times. Okay, he just kind of screwed himself because putting Edgar back in the front row is going to let him be able to do more damage with the offering. And that's what he's in the party for.
Yeah. Yes, we had this off-camera conversation where Dyne mentioned that Edgar should be using the offering and the gauntlet.
Yep, and even though it was originally equipped on Celeste, she needs to be on healing duty.
Oh, so yeah, and I found out that it was the gauntlet that was making Celeste a stronger attack.
Yep, since that's what it's based around. It allows someone to equip a weapon in 2 hands for increased attack damage, and she's had it for pretty much the entire second half, well, the entire World of Ruin, actually.
Yeah, I've kept Celeste in my party ever since that one bit where she was all alone.
Well, she's one of the required party members, so that works out. Oh, critical hit. Now,
I don't know how to say this, but I kind of find Celeste to be stronger than Terra.
Well, it also depends on how you build them up, because both of them are trained as Magic Knights, equally strong in both physical and magical attacks, and they are meant to be customized through Esper, so you can just make one a super strong physical attacker, make one a super strong magic attacker.
Yeah. Well, Realm's primary focus with a Starlet Esper is healing.
Yep. Of course, she has Cure. She already knows Cure 2 and Cure 3 anyway. But yeah,
if Starlet doesn't have life,
though. Well, that's why you would have given Phoenix or Seraphim to her. Dread. What does that do? Aside from summoning the final boss from Kirby games.
Okay. So Dread makes someone petrified.
Yep. So long as they have some softs, which that is not it.
I used the wrong one.
Yep.
Alright.
Realms up. Yeah, some good relics to use are ones that protect against status ailments, ones that grant auto haste, ones that it's using the wrong item again.
Yeah, I always get confused. I thought it functioned just. I thought zombie and whatever this one was can be cured with Revivify.
Nope, petrification is something completely different. If they were zombified, they'd have 0 HP and would be acting on their own.
Okay, so it's just zombies that you can be revivified.
Right. So casting Remedy twice will work too. Even though the statute people are nicely absorbing some hits. And if I remember correctly, it looked like one phase was already gone. Or one portion of this phase. Because the first phase has 3 parts, second phase has 4, third has 2, final phase only has 1 target.
Right.
And if you want Edgar to consolidate some damage onto a single target, use the drill.
Oh, okay. So is drill more powerful than offering?
It depends. Of course, with the offering of spreading out the damage. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, that was his final desperation attack, but everyone managed to survive.
And yep, everyone's alive.
And so if you do, and I actually forgot he cast Quake, so if you cast Float beforehand, you'll be able to avoid that. It's not overly necessary.
Oh, that's what the Sheriff Down is for.
Yep, or just casting Float, or summoning Palador. No, actually Palador doesn't cast Float.
It's actually a magic spell?
Yeah, you learn it from Palador and a couple others.
Ah, should have known.
Time for phase 2. Realm needs to heal up. This phase is a good one to use Edgar's auto crossbow on, or just consolidate damage in one area.
Yeah, and
Realm, you need to heal.
Yeah, and the reason I am save stating at the start of each phase is so I don't have to go through what I already experienced all over again.
Oh, of course. It's a long cutscene before the battle. It's a long battle. Actually, on the soundtrack, this track it takes all 4 phases, and basically this one song has 4 movements. Plays through all 4 movements twice each, and I think on the track, on the OC, this song is like 20 minutes long.
I just thought that like once you get to the next phase, the song will eventually change.
It does. It'll transition at set points, just so that the music doesn't get interrupted.
Right.
Yeah, Realm should always be casting double Cure 2 at least.
Yeah, this is even longer than the Lavos Core fight from my Chrono Trigger LP.
Mm-hmm. Well, that only has 3 phases. This has 4. And this has a lot more targets, too.
Yeah, Lavos Core itself took me over a half hour in my LP to beat.
Okay, good job, Celeste. You definitely undid that damage. Yeah, and if Realm was incapacitated, have Celeste heal. There is no reason anyone should get KO'd on this if you're constantly being healed. And if you beat this phase and move on to the next one, Edgar is going to be swapped out with whoever was in slot number 5. She blocked it even though she's frozen. I love it. Realm, you can block anything. Instant death and your own... Well, she couldn't block her own exploder. And I think... Yeah, if you hit Realm, you'll thaw her, thankfully.
Yep.
Thank you for doing that, enemies.
And I'm gonna share something too. We were having... Dyne and I were having this conversation in the mag chat, and the Blitz Bum Rush was brought to me, but fortunately I did not have the sequence for Bum Rush memorized, so I just stuck with Hummel.
Well, yeah. The Pumel, of course, is the easiest Blitz to pull off. Bum Rush is, of course, a 360-degree clockwise circle starting at 9 o'clock and going back around to 9 o'clock. There is actually an easy way to do Saban's blitzes that tricks the controller into thinking you're doing the motion without actually having to do the motion. Like for Bum Rush, if you just do left, left, up, right, down, left, it thinks you did the full circle.
Oh, okay. So it's just a circle around the D-pad.
Yep.
Sure.
And Orable, down, left.
Yeah, and as we explained in one of the first part, Pumel was like a French way of saying pummel.
Or just a parody of a French way of saying pummel. I don't know the actual French word for pummel. Yeah, of course, people always talk about the the symbolism of the Sephiroth fight in Final Fantasy VII. This whole thing is basically a recreation of Dante's Inferno.
Well, hearing the name Sephiroth makes me think of this YouTube username Sephiroth versus Kratos.
And you've brought that up before.
I know, but I just can't stop thinking about it.
No, this is basically one of the best, if not the best, final fights in the entire series.
Wow.
Oh, goodbye, Edgar.
Wow, even better than any of the PlayStation Final Fantasies?
Oh, yeah. Because in 7, you have 3 different final boss fights, but they're all separated and can kind of be made pretty easy. This one is, of course, heavy with the symbolism, as I mentioned. 8 isn't bad, but it just kind of goes in a random direction. And it's also really cheap because you have 6 party members, and 3 of them are chosen at random at the very beginning, so you won't always get the 3 that you want to start with. And in 9, the final boss just comes out of nowhere. And
yeah, just like that Crystal King from Paper Mario.
And in 10, it's impossible to lose the final boss fight.
It is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, there's build up to who the final boss is, but it's just such an easy fight. It's literally impossible to lose.
Well, then that game must be rigged then.
Well, it's still a pretty good game, and in reality, the climax fight is meant to be the fight before the final boss fight. No. So the game just kind of wants to wrap up and finish the story. Back on your feet, Edgar. And if you actually, I think the way to counter stop is casting Dispel on it. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, Flare. I think that's a desperation attack to finish it off. Fortunately, it's attacking the one with the most HP. And only took him down a little less than half. That grav bomb, they like to use that. Especially on Edgar. Of course, he's your main damage dealer. Yeah, the nice thing about the final phase with only one target, you don't have to worry too much about spreading the damage out.
Oh, yep, and I remember what you said about the Mega Elixir, so we'll see that later.
That will be brought up. Now, you don't have to use the Mega Elixir at that point. It's just the easiest and basically the best time to use it, because not only are you getting your HP back up, but you have your MP all the way back up for the final phase.
Right. Yeah, especially since by that point you probably would have used up all your magic.
Yep.
Basically, if you're using all magic, then you're gonna run out of MP very quickly.
Well, it depends on if you have the relics equipped at a lower MP cost too. But yeah, we're gonna see that in my LP. I did a practice run of the areas I'm doing next, and oh man, I hate the boss that replaces Rexall.
You actually made it to the final dungeon in Eternal Crystals?
I'm not at the final dungeon yet. I still have some side quests, but I'm talking about Kayan's Soul side quest.
Oh yeah, that one. That's the one I thought where they ripped off a sitcom, The Three Stooges. That boss fight is pretty bad too. The replacement boss, they are so cheap. And yeah, too bad Realm doesn't have fire. She could cast it on the whole party, and I don't know if Remedy will undo the frozenness or not, but Saban's already back on his feet anyway. No, I think only fire can do that.
Yep. They got thought out anyway. Yep, good time to heal. Good job, Celeste. Yeah, having the gem box allows a healer to do some nice double duty. The unfortunate thing I noticed is that if a character has the gem box equipped, she can no longer summon an Esper.
I wonder, is there any armor or relics that protect from all status ailments?
The ribbon.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's a classic Final Fantasy accessory that has been there since the beginning, and in most games it will protect against every status ailment except instant death.
Yeah, well, surely there must be a different one for mortal blows.
Oh yeah, and Oh, Edgar's been zombified. In fact, in this one, you have the Memento Ring, which only Realm and Shadow can equip, and also the safety bit. So, I think a couple of these guys are about gone. Unfortunately, Edgar's zombified, but he was smart and nice enough to attack the enemy for most of them. Yeah, he's zombified. This is when you have to use Revivify. The Realm, heal up.
Yeah, I think I was probably waiting here to see what he was going to do next. So that way I don't move too fast and find out that the ability will not register in time.
It will. Because okay, that's the desperation move for that target. It'll 10 hits. Hopefully it'll go after Celeste or Edgar.
No, like you could ask to use life, but then if you may have just risen and brought somebody back up, and you would try to use cure too, but it doesn't register until the one you trying to cure gets knocked down.
Well, that's why you want to act quickly, because if you're moving faster than the enemy, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Both healers are taken out, and Celeste has the Phoenix Esper equipped. She can summon Phoenix to revive people.
But now we gotta get him back up.
Oh, already down. Rasps. Suck away his MP.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, this is why you teach everybody the most important spell. Those all 3 levels of cure, both levels of life. And yeah, the thing you want to do in this situation, of course this is both commentary, so we can't adjust the strategies needed, is revive Celeste, have her summon the Phoenix. Celeste is still there. So get herself back up on her feet. Or have Sabin get her back up on her feet.
No, you mean Edgar.
No, Sabin's the one casting the spell.
Oh, yeah.
Edgar's been knocked out in this battle so many times I lost count. Okay, Sabin should probably heal up. Well, too late. And get that realm back up. And, yep, have Edgar do some healing.
Yeah, as much as I wanted to take it home for the team, sometimes we have to take a turn and heal.
Of course. Healing is always the top priority in this fight. Because again, with 4 phases, it's an endurance contest. And see if... Okay, Celeste is still alright. Diffuser might finish her off, unfortunately. Yep, down she goes. Not full heal, unfortunately. Rum will be done reviving or healing before I get up. My voice is still cracking. And I didn't see how many targets are left on this phase, but after this, the worst is pretty much over. Oh! Already down. Actually, this is also a case where Rum's X magic works nicely, because I just have her cast life with the first spell and heal up with the second. Yeah, the next phase is a little bit of a puzzle boss, but really not hard once you know what to do. It's simply a matter of taking them out in the right order. And there goes Edgar again.
Edgar can't seem to cut a break.
Well, he's, if I remember correctly, he's the lowest leveled of this group.
Yeah, he's a level 40. I know he's under level.
But this battle's doable.
Yep.
Yeah, low level runs are usually able to do this around 30, I think. I'll have to check that speed run again.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good idea to check that out at some point.
Okay, everyone's full healed up, back on the offensive. Cast Holy on Sabin again. And again, if you're not spreading out the damage, just concentrate all your attacks on one at a time. Of course, with the blitzes, it'll go random. But he's going after the same one everyone's after anyway. Had nothing to dispel, but I think... Nope. I thought that one was gone. Now it's gone. Oh, never mind. I keep thinking that one died, but of course without the system audio, I can't tell.
And phase 2 done.
Yep. Okay, the third phase. This is an interesting phase because, of course, with the 2 targets, you can steal a second Ultima weapon and a second Ragnarok from the first and second targets.
But we don't have luck.
Yep, or Go-Go. But basically, you have that spirit and the guy kind of on the throne, who I always thought looked a little bit like Edgar. But you want to take out the spirit portion first, start with Edgar's drill, and hit it with non-elemental attacks. Because the second one will always heal the first one. But the second one only has about 10,000 HP. And once the second one's done, this phase becomes really easy. Yep, she absorbs pretty much every elemental. And counter. Yeah, he's nice and calm. Always nice to take a nap in the middle of the battle.
Yep. Yeah, any physical attack could wake him up.
Yes, Celeste, don't cast ice on it.
Yeah, I eventually realized that.
A whirlwind, I hate that spell. Okay, probably just best to cast on everybody. Spread out the damage. Yeah, Pearl Wind is a very handy lore you can learn for Strago. A lot of enemies use it. It will heal everyone for the current amount of HP that people have. It's useful if, of course, the one who uses it can stay above half HP. Yeah, if you try to take out the first one before the spirits, I think spirit will just revive it every time. Whirlwind again. Oh, missed everybody, so it didn't even play the animation. Get back up on your feet, Sabin. It's your turn to attack. Oh, nice critical hit. Unfortunately, Monster currently holds the damage record. Yep, the more HP you take off that one, it'll do far less healing with Pearl Wind. Or White Wind is the actual name. Ouch. And this for the spirit. Yeah, she's getting more HP back. Yeah, another good potential spell to cast on everybody at the start is Regen, but it's not as useful as just staying healed up with Cure 3.
Yeah, Cure 3 is amazing. Now, are there any other Final Fantasy games later that go up to like Cure 4 or Life 4?
Final Fantasy 4 actually has Cure 4. Final Fantasy 1 also has Cure 4. I don't think there's a Life 4, now that I think about it. It's always... Oh, Meltdown. Fire base hits everything, but if you absorb fire, it's a joke.
Yep.
Meltdown is far more useful in Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh.
Because once you hit the enemy with it, their defense drops to 0. Combine Meltdown with Aura and Squall's best limit break. Pretty much one-shot anything. Okay, hopefully the Spirit is getting down where Pearl Wind is going to be useless. Because again, it only has about 10,000 HP. Come on, save and attack the Spirit. Good hit. You already dead. Yep, good old Condemned. And Edgar's just the death magnet in this fight. I don't think Remedy will undo the Condemned. And Revivify is not going to work.
Well, something's got to work.
Well, I'll have to wait for it to count down and then revive him, basically. Or cast Life 3 on him. That's probably the best way to counteract it. But I think if you beat the phase, then
I know that countdown will cancel out if you beat this boss before it gets to 0.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And I think that was his nope, not his final attack. And calmness. Go to sleep, Realm. It's nap time. Oh, taken up right before the final phase.
Yeah, I was debating if I should redo that phase because of that, but I was like, nah, you know what? I'll make do without her.
Yeah, the hard part's over. This final part, the song itself is called Dancing Mad, and oh, I learned to hate this song on Theater Rhythm. It took me 75 tries to master this song on that game. But Rex is replaced Realm, so Celeste is going to be on the primary healing duty. And don't I just look fabulous as I slowly descend from the heavens? And look, I'm just wearing a loincloth! They couldn't censor me! Time for my big speech. Life, dreams, hope. Where'd they come from, and where are they headed? These things I'm going to destroy!
Loincloth? What are you, Tarzan?
Yes, I am. Okay, so once this phase begins, he uses Fallen One. Counter immediately with the Mega Elixir. It takes everyone's HP to 1.
I was way ahead of you on that.
Yep, and of course you can have someone cast Cure 3 instead, but at this point, hey, it's the final phase. RMP's probably hurting. Let's just fully stock up. Now, This is the phase where it's possible to take him out in 1 hit. Fully healed up, Genji Glove, 2 Ultima weapons, 1-shot it. But otherwise, this phase is a lot easier than the other ones. If it lasts long enough, he'll start throwing out some pretty hard attacks, but...
Yeah, and Gogo's a strong physical attacker. Oh, no, Umaro. Umaro's a strong physical attacker, so he's probably going to come through for us.
Oh, yeah. Especially if he keeps throwing people.
Just like Bowser's Hurley Glove.
Engage light speed, Chewie!
Well, thank goodness he didn't use that on Celis.
No, she probably would have survived it. Her magic defense is higher. The end comes beyond chaos! Look at my super move portrait! It seems like I was holding that in my hand, too. I really never figured out why they decided to put it there. I look like I'm giving myself a noogie! Yeah, I think that's an indication he's about halfway done.
Oh, Connor, I was worried about this one.
Yes, you're a goner! I'm running out of attack names, so I'm just pulling things out of my head. And don't I just have the coolest ponytail, you may notice? Die! 10,000 deaths! Yes, even I can imitate Akuma!
I figured that Goner would be about as fatal as Smithy's ultimatum from Mario RPG Revolution.
Nope, that's a unique attack only Kefka can use. but not much else to say. He'll go down shortly. Choo-choo!
I think I remember this attack from earlier in the game. It blinds everyone!
And it muted him, looks like, too. But
Yes.
there is
They
an
can't-
upgraded version.
So they can't use magic.
That's okay. He's almost gone. Didn't finish anyone off. In fact, he just leaves someone use a limit break. Yep, he's already gone.
Well, I was even surprised myself about that.
Beaten by a cheesy French accent and attack! Who could believe it? I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world! Ah! I'm gonna laugh all the way until the end! You can't stop me! I still had more victories than you did against me! Oh, I'm breaking a pixel on pixel! Oh god, the pain is horrendous! I can't believe this is actually happening! Oh, my wings are melting too! Oh, I worked so hard to design and press those things! I even cleaned them every day because I had a whole year to do this! No! My face is melting! I can't believe I'm even still talking! No! Not the feather on my head! You bastards!
So long, Kefka.
I'm still here narrating though!
Of course you are.
You thought
Till
you
next
beat
time,
me?
This is Gold League Gamer 1 and Dyne. Later, folks.